Some more cool toys on Toy Tuesday. Thanks for stopping by tonight, guys. We've got some Tootsies and some Marks tonight. So we are actually going to be on toys, not other memorabilia tonight. So obviously trying to get things wrapped up. Planning on doing the Mecum auction this weekend. Hope to see some of you there. It's going to be a good time. But anyway, tonight, like I said, we've got some Tootsie Toy tankers, like I said in the title. These are actually, they're Tootsies, but some of them are actually, they're actually all oil company branded, which makes them kind of unique pieces. And we've got a big Marks to check out tonight. Don't have any Marks toys like this, so I was definitely kind of excited to catch this one, add it to the collection, even though it does have a little bit of damage to it. So not a ton of stuff tonight, but we'll have a good time with it anyway and see how things are going. So as always, I'll try to catch all the comments as they pop up. Have not seen anything as of yet, so hopefully you guys are there and ready to go. Anyhow, let's start working our way through some of these Tootsies, and then we will work our way up to the Marks. So there's Neil. Let's go ahead, flip things around, and start working through some of these toys. Jim's here with us. I started to wonder if the comments are even working tonight. There's Kenny, number 1. So, okay, good. We are good to go. Here a few months ago, one time the comments just flat didn't work. So I was kind of starting to wonder maybe that's what was happening. Ken's here. David W.'s here. So let's flip this thing around and start checking out some of these Tootsies. Ken is ready. He's excited. Now, some of these earlier Tootsies we've got tonight, a couple of them have been restored, but this one has not. This is original paint on this Texaco branded Tootsie. So this is a small cast Tootsie toy. They actually, I don't know if you guys can make it out or not. It does actually say Tootsie in it. There's Jeff, Bill Discs here. This appears to be based on like a 48 to 50 era Ford truck based on the way the nose looks on this one. Designed as a full tanker, sloping back on it, even had little clearance lights cast into it, and even actually had the rear access doors cast into the body. Now, obviously, that is just a design piece. There's nothing in these. But this does have original axles and wheels. The Texaco is cast into it. These clearance lights are cast into it. No one's got to get back to the hockey game. So I know you're a hockey fan, so this is a little over 6 inches in length on this Texaco Tootsie. So kind of a cool piece. Obviously, back in the day, Mike from Texas is here. They had a lot, your corner service station was pretty important. I mean, a lot of times that's where you got your car worked on, you got your oil change, you bought your gas. So there were, just like the trust your, there's Pete. Just like you trust your car to the man that wears the star, your neighborhood service station was an integral part of life back then. And there was a lot of brand loyalty. There's Dean. So getting a branded toy to match your local service station, probably kind of a big deal back then. Now these next couple I'm pretty sure have been repainted. But maybe your local corner service station was Sinclair. Yes, Tootsie also did Sinclair. This one, like I said, I'm sure has been repainted. There's Matt. All tires, wheels, axles there. We can see the Tootsie designation down inside of there. Nice thing about these, no chips, no breaks. They did a nice job when they repainted this one. This is how I got this. Slightly different on the back of this one. This one has larger doors, does not have as much of a curve back here as the other one did. Does show the full skirting on the sides. Now this one here, a different nose. I think this one was designed after probably a late 40s like KB6 based on some of the characteristics. KB6 had a big in-your-face nose right here. Don't have any Esso or Petro-Canada, so maybe that's what the Sinclair was up there. Peter from Down Under's here. So I think based on this big wraparound nose here, this was designed after what would have been a KB6, KB7 size truck in that area. Well, I hope the tornado missed you, Mike. Hopefully it just got your cell service. Also, the kind of dipped windshield Also somewhat of a characteristic of the KB6, KB7 International truck of the late 40s. So that's what I'm thinking this one was based on. This is also about the same size, just right at 6, 6 1/8 as the Texaco. So this was a family of this type of truck of this era. The next one, also a repaint. There's Guy the Car Guy. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you made it. Peter loves the mobile tanker truck, the whole mobile tanker truck. This next one, going back to the Ford styling, like we saw on the Texaco. However, this one is shell branded. Now, someone repainted this. They painted it orange. Whether or not this was orange originally or whether it was yellow, I have no idea. But this is the same nose as we saw in the Texaco. The 48 to 50 era Ford style has the same slope to the back. It says the exact same truck, with the exception of this one has shell with the actual seashells cast into this one. But other than that, pretty much an identical truck. We can see the clearance lights back here, the small access doors. Pretty much a twin to the Texaco other than the lettering. And now this lettering is cast. This is not a sticker or anything. This is actually cast into it. So we used the same model, changed this part of it, and started running them as shells. So once again, in the 6-inch length area, same as the other ones, but another cool piece. And while we're on the shell, we're going to jump up a few decades. I'm going to say this is probably 70s era, maybe early 80s. But what's exciting about this Tootsie Toy tanker is it is still in the package. There's Tweedledee. The shell Tootsie Toy die-cast metal toy truck, still packaged and carded as when it was sold new. So, I think this is probably 70s era. Never been out of the package. There is some cracks in this thin plastic right back here. It's got a little bit of damage, but it's super cool the fact that this little truck is 40-some years old, 40, 45 years old, and still in its original Tootsie Toy packaging. Yep, kind of a bubble pack. So those are kind of some interesting pieces to start us off. Now this next toy, I don't really know much about it. We buy a lot of Marx. You know, Addie and I both love Marx. We've got some really super killer Marx stuff that we've gathered up over the years. Marx Service Station, just some a lot of great Marx 10 toys. This next car we're going to check out is big for a Marx, and I'm not going to say I've never seen one. I've never had the opportunity to buy one, and it's a pretty unique piece. Now, a lot of these 10 toys, we're used to stuff that's 12 inches, 14 inches long. You know, that's pretty common for a lot of this stuff in this 10 toy era that we spend a lot of time in with what we get here. This one's almost 2 feet long. It's a beast. And like I said, it's super cool because it is Marx branded. It is 10. The windshield frame is gone, and it did damage the body when the windshield frame was ripped off. But the paint still looks good. I'm going to try to polish this one up. I haven't had time to mess with it yet. But I'm going to share it with you just to see what you guys think and see if there's anything that, you guys may know about it. No, I think I got your stuff out, Tweedledee. I think you had it with that last one. I'm trying to remember because I didn't get your check until end of the week last week. So I think it just went yesterday. JP's here. All the stuff, all the 52 I bought this week are for sale. So, but anyway, this Marx is a pretty impressive piece to say the least. So let's check this one out. I'm curious to know if you guys have seen it or know much about them because I really don't. The Marx And we can tell right here, because it has the Marx logo right on the front fender, Sportster. Now, this, like I said, this should have a windshield. The windshield frame is damaged. But this thing is big. About 21 inches long. Let's move these down here so we can get a little better look at it. So that gives you an idea of how big this thing really is. So way larger than what we're typically used to seeing on a lot of these 10 toys, and about 8 inches wide. Pete's digging it. Bill just got here. Parnelli Jones passed away today. Had not heard that yet. I'm sure we could ship that tanker down there, Peter. I don't know what it would cost, but I'm sure it could be shipped. It's bigger than 18th scale. It's big. Dean's digging it. Bill Disk is digging it. Mike's digging it. Kenny's digging it. And that's right, David. Imagine some kid getting that for Christmas in their stocking. So, like I said, this is where the windshield was removed. It obviously actually damaged these holes. And it does have some other dents in it. Now, a lot of this paint, I think, will polish. Once I get some time, spend a little time with it, hopefully I'll be able to get some of that out and make it shine a little bit better. But as we look at the interior and the detail work that the dash has in it, now the steering wheel is a separate piece. This is all lithograph. The dash, Oldsmobile style dash, the seats, that's all lithographed on this Marx Sportster. The tail actually has a bumper molded in, and then this is all airbrushed on, as well as the lights, the tag frame, all lithographed on there. Has Sportster right across the rear quarter panels, full skirted front and rear wheels. Super cool designs on here. A lot of detail in this particular car. But one thing we haven't shown you yet, and even back here on top of the rear fenders, where there, a lot of cars had an ornament, they actually lithographed an ornament on there as well. But obviously, what have we not seen? We haven't seen the nose of this beast. Oh, but look at the door panels. Even the door panels are lithographed in here. Door handles, armrests, all lithographed in this interior. Yep, that does kind of remind me of that Jag, Matt. But check out the nose of this thing. The nose is just super cool. Look at this. All lithographed on there. Full grille, park lights, bumper guards, headlights, hood ornament, Marx lettering across the front of it. For the time, this was quite a toy. The bottom of this is all basic flat tin. It does have the original tires and wheels on it all the way around. They do say Marx on them as well. So even though it doesn't have the windshield frame, needs some polishing, even the carpet-looking floor looks awesome. Yeah, and that's true, Kenny. We'll take another look at that, too. You can actually see the lithographed carpet in this thing. Even a lithographed transmission tunnel. Had not really seen it, but didn't really think about that. They actually lithographed the transmission tunnel on the floor as well. So, quite a piece. I was excited about it. So real quick, we'll recap. The Texaco tanker and the Shell tanker, both of these, the Ford design, 48 to 58 style Ford truck, tanker bodies, one Shell, one Texaco. Jim doesn't remember, and he had a lot of Marx. Well, that's what kind of surprised me about it. The Sinclair, which I believe is basically loosely based on the KB6, KB7. There is one little hole right here. I don't know what it's for, but there's a small hole right here. But it does actually have pedals in it. Actually, even has a heater. Something else I completely missed. Check this out, guys. Underdash heater right here, and it actually says Marx on the heater. I don't know if you guys can make that out or not, but it actually says Marx on the underdash heater, just like a lot of underdash heaters did when they had their name on them. The carded shell Tootsie from the 70s, as well as the Mega Marx Sportster. Oh, something else I just noticed. Look at our side moldings that come down the side of the car. They actually have the reflection lithographed into it, and these actually go all the way around where would have been the top boot molding and tied that all together. Now, this one's not for sale, Guile. So, there we have it. I don't think they're related, Nick. I don't think they're related to Tootsie Pops. Kenny says hit the like button. Appreciate that, Kenny. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of a neat collection. Like I said, I've been finding a lot of great stuff that we're going to be working in over the next several Toy Tuesdays. But I thought these would be some pretty cool ones to check out tonight. Like I said, the Marx Sportster, don't know a lot about it. Peter wants a sign. I don't even know where we're at on signs. Peter, it's been a little bit. Did we do the GM Diesel last? Was that the last one we did? If we're going to catch a sign. So, remind me of that. If the Diesel was the last one we did, I'm kind of drawing a blank. So, glad you guys liked them. Like I said, something kind of different. Okay, that was the GM Diesel was the last one that we did. Okay. Where do we need to go next? Maybe we'll go down to that end and work our way back here. Or should we start working our way back that way? Maybe we'll just drop straight down and start going that way. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. I hope you guys all caught the video from last night about how crazy last month got. Obviously got a lot of work to do, but man, we got a lot of super cool new inventory coming in to check out. So let's go back and catch a sign. Oh, the mobile tanker. Yeah, that's quite a machine. There is no doubt about that. That is a lot of truck. So let's catch a sign real quick. Mike saw it. Got to move a couple things around here so we can kind of squeeze back in here. Take a good look at this sign. 53 cars is a sign of good business to come. I hope so. So, tonight, next sign. Welcome to Chevrolet Quality Service. I believe this is 80s. This is a single-sided tin. This was new old stock. It got one whammy in it right there because my B26 propeller fell into it. But these came, actually I say these, I got one of these, Tractor Mike got the other. We were at an auction in Scott City, Kansas, and they were selling these, and Mike and I both wanted one. They had a pair. So I got the bid, and we just took them both, and we both snagged one. So obviously the colors are great, but like I said, I believe these were new old stock when we got them. And that was probably 10 years ago, I bet. So Pete said this almost snuck out the door. Well, it's screwed to the wall. I guess I better put a few more screws in it for next time. But Tractor Mike and I were definitely excited to snag those for our collections at that auction. Shoot, like I said, come to think of it, it's probably been 10 years ago now. But that's how long we've been making poor decisions together, I guess is one way to put it. So, there we got a sign too. Guy will need some Chevy signs too. Oh, Pete left a screwdriver in the truck. Yeah, there's a massive pile of cans over in that corner that I haven't even seen in a couple years. Most of that pile is Newell stock. I just got to start sifting back through it again. There's some stuff from the Lawrence swap meet last year, a bunch of Newell stock I bought last winter. I think some Newell stock I bought the winter before that, actually. And I keep throwing it over there because I think that one of these days I'll sort through it and look up some of the numbers. And the pile just keeps getting bigger, and I don't stop and sort any of it and look up any numbers. So, but anyway, that'll catch us for tonight. Glad you guys enjoyed the little 10 cars tonight, or the Tootsies, and then Pete will come up and go through it for me. Yeah. As well as the Chevrolet sign. So, anyway, that'll pretty much wind us up for tonight. We'll get you some more new inventory tomorrow night. Don't know for sure what we're going to have Friday night at this point. Like I said, got some work to do with Auburn Cord Duesenberg. Hopefully Thursday. Maybe we have something from them. Maybe we have something from Meekum. Maybe we just do new inventory if we don't have time to get any of the other videos done. But we'll kind of shake it up. So Friday night might be a wild card. Who knows what we might get. So, anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and wind this thing up. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out tonight. If you didn't catch last night's video, you definitely want to do that. Obviously, give you a sneak peek of the cool stuff that's coming up. Glad you were back, Guile. Glad you stopped by tonight. Kenny, Pete, glad you guys were all here. We'll go ahead and call this one a night. We'll get some more videos up this week. And we sure hope to see you all right back here, 7 o'clock Sunday night for some Sunday Night Live chat. Thanks for watching tonight, everybody. We'll see you Sunday.